And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video we are going to be going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That includes our title. Yes, Fabrizio Romano has provided some massive Liverpool transfer news which we'll discuss a bit later on. But yesterday was action-packed. Two Liverpool players, of course, were in action in the European Championships, and Arne Slot was officially unveiled as the Reds manager and had his first interview. Starting with the Euros, of course, Andy Robertson Scotland managed to pick up their first point of their Euros campaign as they drew to Switzerland, which sends their fate into the final day of the Euro Group A campaign, which they'll take on Dom Szoboszlai's Hungary. Scotland, as I say, did take the lead through an own goal. I think it was deflected off Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay shot deflected off one of the Switzerland players, and then went back into the goal. Former Reds, Shaqiri, scored an absolute wonder goal to get an equaliser, but as stated, Andy Robertson and Scotland are still within the mix. Hungary, on the other hand, they did lose to Germany, and, you know, their fate is pretty much sealed as going out unless they can beat Scotland. They then also hope that they're not the worst third best team, so obviously 4 of the 6 do go through. But either way, Dom Szoboszlai and Andy Robertson will be meeting each other on the final fixture of Group A in the Euro Championship. So yeah, busy one. But also yesterday, whilst 2 Liverpool players were in action, Arne Slot was finally officially unveiled as Liverpool manager. And basically, just to sum up the interview really, 5 key points is what we found out. You know, he basically spoke about the focus on training pitch and building relationships. You know, he echoed what Jurgen Klopp was kind of all about, building relationships, being a people person, and also said that a lot of the work's going to be done on the training pitch and all these kind of things. He also stated in a second point, is that he's not just watching games of Liverpool, he's basically going to be watching our training sessions. He's going to basically see what Pep Lijnders and Jurgen Klopp were doing on the training pitch with the Liverpool players, and said that he's going to implement change there, but also study what went wrong towards the end of the season and those kind of things. So spoke about training quite a lot, of course, but also re-evaluating, looking back on previous sessions, not just in matches, but also on the training pitch. Speaking with players so far, he also said that he's respected not speaking to that many players because obviously they're preparing for the Euro Championships and the Copa America, and also wanted to have respect for Jurgen Klopp towards the end of his tenure, but did state he has spoken to the captain Virgil van Dijk, which was quote unquote easy because he is Dutch. So spoke to them and also wished them all very well in the all in the championships. He then spoke about the similarities between Feyenoord and Liverpool, mostly about the cities and all these kind of things. And then finally, he gave us a bit of a message. He said, there is a change, but the change hopefully isn't that big because we still have the same players, but we still have the same fans. And if the both of them are going to do the same job, that will make my life a lot more easy. I'm expecting them to show up again in the upcoming season. And the same for the players. I will do everything within my interest and the power to lead this team in the best possible way. So Arne Slot's interview is quite a long interview, basically concluded in a few minutes there, guys. So speaking about all those kind of things, but you know, speaks with confidence, and he is obviously confident that he'll have a successful period, and as I said, I hope he really does. He's going to have to be backed, of course, by the board, which does look like it's going to be taking shape. Arne's also spoke about that he's having talks already about possible transfer incomings and all of this sort of stuff. So everything's very much in motion at this moment in time. Now that now leads us into some transfer news. Of course, we are in the Euros, and as I keep stating every single video, that most of our transfer activity will probably be done after the Euros, after the Copa America. That's when most of the big clubs are going to be involved. But there has been a few different bits and pieces. Now we've got some in regards to Fabrizio Romano, which we'll discuss after, but I want to pretty much put water on the fire of the Leny Yoro ones, because Marca, a very reputable publicist out in Spain, have stated that Real Madrid have an agreement with Leny Yoro. Nacho's departure would activate a move for Leny Yoro. That's from Marca. They have 6.5 million followers on X, and they've said that again, that Real Madrid have agreed terms. So we'll have to wait to see what happens with regards to that. But as we stated with Leny Yoro, I don't think Leny Yoro is going to be the man, of course, that we were going to get. We know the story. When Real Madrid are interested in a player that we're interested in, it usually ends in one way. However, following this, guys, we have got a bit of news with regards to a potential other target, as Fabrizio Romano has provided some massive Liverpool transfer news. Yes, he has stated that Bologna are not accepting what Juventus have offered for Calafiori, and they're not happy with them over Thiago Motta. Bologna have opened a proposal from abroad. They want abroad moves only and don't want to sell to Juventus. He has stated that Liverpool are extremely interested, have scouted the player and have made initial contact to try and land him. Richard Hughes, our director of football, knows the player very well and wanted him at Bournemouth. So one to watch there for Liverpool. As Fabrizio Romano has provided an update with Calafiori. Certainly a very good option. Certainly looks like, if you're my age, maybe, when I started getting into football, it looks like a traditional early noughties Italian centre-back. Hopefully plays like one. But again, a good player. Of course, Bologna did qualify for the Champions League last year. Got top 4 in the Italian Serie A. Done very, very well. And as stated, Fabrizio Romano has, came out and said that Bologna don't want to sell to an Italian side. They don't want to sell to Juventus. They don't want to sell their players within their division, and would be more open to selling abroad. And as stated, there are a handful of clubs that are interested in the player at this moment in time. But Fabrizio Romano has said that Liverpool are very much interested, have made contact for the player, have scouted him, and as stated, Richard Hughes knows the player very, very well because he wanted him at Bournemouth. So certainly one to watch there. Of course, he's away at this moment in time at the Euros, so anything on that one will probably take a little bit of time. But again, at least we're making potential moves within the transfer market. And as stated, again, there was a Twitter page that basically put a poll to Liverpool fans about Calafiori, and he actually opened it up and looked at it. So he was actually looking at as one of the viewers that had seen the poll. So he is looking around at these Liverpool stuff, and again, probably a player that would be interested, but certainly a player that would fit the profile of centre-back that we're currently looking for at this moment in time. So, yeah, take of that what you will, guys, but that's all I've really got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on the Arne Slot interview. What do you make of the man now you've heard him, kind of in Liverpool colours? Let me know your thoughts on Calafiori. Is he a player that you would like to see the club go on and sign, yes or no? And that's it, guys. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember to check out our clothing store, kloppbikeclothing.com. Links down in the description, or go to kloppbikeclothing.com. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.